What's up, Starcraft fans? It is time to conclude the static defense series. We played last time as Death Boy. This time we will do Arcturus. I will go with Toxic Tyrant because I don't want nukes. I actually just want more mandate, so that's why I'm getting more guys and contaminated strike things, the Earth Splitters. My masteries are Labor and Super Imperial Support, so I can get even more mandate for more bunkers. We'll go with Terrible Damage because we won't make a lot of Royal Guards. Maybe we should, but yeah. We will also go with Starting Imperial Mandate so that I can get the fast bunker. So thank you to Endarth, Lucinus, Superiorness, and Shadow Icon who are supporting me in the pulse cannons here. And thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. Once again, Zerg enemy on top of the past with pattern A. That's why I selected the Magur map. So, game start. I actually just dropped the bunker right here. In other cases, I usually drop the bunker closer to my minerals so I can just saturate more quickly. I figured I had 3 minutes to prepare here, so I just dropped it straight at the rocks. By the way, I actually had to manually shoot the rocks with the bunker. Sometimes they like to shoot the gas rocks, which doesn't help me out a lot. So, now, we are sending extra workers as troopers to this rock so we can get it down and get our enlistment center started right away. Arcturus Mengsk in this case is a very economy focused commander, so we want as much income as possible, and to do that I want to get a fast enlistment center. So as soon as I hit 400 minerals, I drop a thing. Just have the team build that structure so it completes quickly, and as you can see, I'm just producing more and more workers. That is exactly the plan. You can see the placement of this bunker. It doesn't block a lot of workers directly. It just makes them go around a little bit, and that's what makes it kind of fun. You don't want to put your bunker right beside these minerals, or yeah, to block the worker from gathering that. So once I hit 25, mandate this red number here, or the red field with a white number. I dropped the bunker right here. The bunker, of course, contains troopers inside, as you know. The troopers, depending on what their configuration is, the basic setup has low damage but can shoot both ground and air. The fire upgrade, the fire troop, yeah, this eye thing right here, the orange gun, that will let them deal splash damage but only to ground. The green gun here will let them shoot air with more damage, so they can still shoot ground, but they deal more damage when they shoot air. But the blue gun, the basic one, will let them shoot both ground and air. So as you can see, I have 2 troopers or 2 laborers here getting ready to repair this bunker. The repair will be quite useful because the bunker on its own has only 400 health. The nice thing about Arcturus' bunkers is that they can contain 6 troopers inside. If you remember Rainer's bunkers, they can only contain 4 troopers or 4 marines until you get the upgrade. Arcturus' upgrades come with 6 troopers right off the bat, or can contain 6 troopers right off the bat, and they are only 4 squares big. So their area is only 4 squares. Rainer's bunkers are 6 squares, which means Arcturus' troopers are more compact inside the bunkers, meaning the damage output, the DPS, is even more concentrated, which is good when you're fighting against a big wave that is spread out. You can concentrate your fire more easily, more effectively with Arcturus' bunkers. You can see I'm getting more and more of these bunkers, and upgrade wise, I'm actually researching the armor for the bunkers. The armor upgrade will allow me to survive more damage to my supply bunkers, kind of spreading them out. I'm just dropping the troopers here. As you guys may know, once you research the drop pod upgrade from the engineering bay, you can just drop the troopers straight to their destinations. You can see I have a lot of troopers here ready to repair, and these roaches, they really did a lot of damage to my bunkers, so that's to beef up even more. So just drop more troopers inside. You can see this green upgrade researching for the fusion core. This will make my Imperial Witness, this blimp thing over here, once it has the Arcturus Hollow over it, it will generate even more mana. You can see there's a green number beside the left thing here on the orange field. That will indicate how much mana I'm generating per unit at a time. So you can see it's actually going up. It's actually going up really fast. So now I made myself some Earth Splitters here. The Earth Splitters here will serve me a dual purpose. They'll be able to deal straight up damage to where I need to shoot, but they will also allow me to use Contaminated Strike. And if I hit the Contaminated Strike at the perfect time, it will actually inflict fear upon the unit it hits. And once those units are inflicted with fear, their initial orders to attack the temple will be lost. So you can see I dropped this Contaminated Strike over here. Yeah, you can see these Queens are running around in fear. And if they were given an initial order to go after my static defense, they will lose that order and they'll just kind of stand around in place. And you can see after I use the Contaminated Strike, I can just use more straight up attacks. Or more auto attacks. More target attacks, more bombardments. Just in front of this area. So that they won't be able to, so that they will be able to deal damage. You can see I've started already building up my static defense here. Once again, I just dropped bunkers straight there. Another bunker dropped straight into here. Wave is getting dealt with. I'm building more and more Earth Splitters because the Earth Splitters only hit ground targets, so they cannot shoot air targets. And they have a spread as to their shots. They are not that accurate. You can't shoot automatically. The good news for them is that when you get the upgrade from the engineering bay, they do get themselves 75 range, and that is an insane amount of range. 75 range is basically halfway across most maps. So you can see I'm once again getting more laborers to repair. So you can see these guys are inflicted with fear and they will not be able to run around here. So you can see half of the wave is already hitting my bunkers. For this side, I've dropped a lot of troopers to keep repairing my guys. You can see this misses basically everything, and it's a little bit too late, but that's fine. Got some more roaches filtering through here. They'll be dealt with quite easily. The Earth Splitters here don't really have anything to shoot at, so I just told them to shoot this here hive. Just to keep dealing more damage.
They're everywhere. None will escape the area of impact.
So I just dropped more troopers here. As you may have heard, I do have a siege tank on the way to the static defense. It's getting stars for some reason, but you see just more damage there. Now I have 4 bunkers here. I even have an extra Imperial Witness here that will help my troopers, my laborers rather, repair faster.
Give them something to hide from.
And also act as detection. The Imperial Witness is a detector. So now I'm waiting for the perfect time at around 11 or 2 seconds to 11. I drop the Contaminated Strike on here, and that will inflict fear upon all these guys, so that I only need to focus on this side. And now I have enough Earth Splitters that the Contaminated Strike hits kinda everything, or kinda hits everything. Just shoot those guys down. And you can see this area wasn't attacked whatsoever because of the Contaminated Strike timed basically perfectly. There were some trickles here, but we did take care of that. I have more guys in the siege tank running back here. They will be able to defend this side later on from the attack wave, which will be hitting soon. I actually forgot to use the Contaminated Strike here, which is a bit of a shame. I did hit that attack wave the second time, and at the very least they will kind of fracture off and attack in 2 smaller waves rather than 1 big wave, which is actually better for me. So now attack wave is on the way. They are already heavily damaged from the initial contaminated strike, and that will make it easier for my bunkers to eliminate them. Siege. By the way, I salvaged an earth splitter here. That will just yeah, allow my siege tank to move across. So I won't count that as losses because I just salvaged it. It's not lost. I just salvaged it. Siege tank getting shots off. It has 5 kills so far. Meanwhile, I'm gonna build myself a couple of bunkers here with the anti-air troopers inside. The bunker right there. The wave will get cleaned out very easily by my static defense. Meanwhile, next wave will hit the northeast. So I already have these bunkers on the way. Troopers making them. I actually have 3-3 ready to start at this point. So the troopers migrate. I migrate the troopers, or a lot of troopers, from the bunkers to the earth splitters so that the earth splitters will shoot faster. So a note to you guys who don't know: earth splitters shoot faster when they have troopers and laborers inside of them, and they will generate mandate with the toxic tyrant prestige when you have an imperial witness over them. Making myself turrets for detection. Dropping more and more troopers here and getting their blue guns so they can shoot both ground and air. So the engineering bay for Arcturus has 4 upgrades for the troopers. So, well, aside from the anti-ground, or rather, aside from the attack and armor upgrades, they have 4 additional upgrades. The first one is to drop the troopers and laborers directly onto the field so that they don't have to rally from the structures. The second upgrade is armor for the bunkers so that they survive for longer. The third one is range for the bunkers so that they can shoot further and shoot earlier. And finally, the range for the earth splitters to allow them to shoot for 75 range.
Enemy drop pods incoming.
Zerg attacks get shot down immediately. Don't really do anything. You can see this siege tank just chilling out here.
Base is under attack.
We're getting ready to shoot more stuff. These 3 bunkers are pretty well upgraded, and with their repair they can just kind of tank all these things. Meanwhile here, I also loaded up troopers inside the earth splitter so I can shoot down the bonus. Thrasher has emerged. It is trying to shoot down my earth splitter, but it is getting repaired. So just shoot that thing down. More damage being dealt onto this bonus right here. And now 3-3 is on the way. A little bit late. I kind of forgot to start 3-3 earlier, but that's fine. Not a big deal. This attack wave right here was kind of hit by my contaminated strike. They'll prevent it from shooting. Speaking of contaminated strike, it is time to use it once more. So I just shoot this. I just shoot this area over here, and that just stops all the units. I still do have hybrid on the way, but I can kind of repair that. I'm close to losing this bunker, so I salvage it instead so I don't lose it. Remember guys, salvaged bunkers do not count toward my losses because it doesn't make sense to count salvaged ones because I do recover the resources and the enemy didn't destroy it. I basically just auctioned it off. Attack wave cleaned out. So next one will arrive through here via drop pod once more, which is why I'm moving these forces back here to defend. Also this tank. For the time being, we'll just defend with these bunkers over here, these bunkers over here, and these bunkers over here. Getting ready with my siege tanks to intercept the attack wave. Also the drop pod. Tanks decide to shoot at the rocks because they have the range. But with the troopers I pulled out from the southeast base, I was able to make more bunkers over here. You can see just inflicting more fear upon them, just making sure that they don't really land their guys. Yeah, they just kind of sit there, not really do anything.
Enemy drop pods incoming.
More fear.
Base is under attack.
Drop pod has landed. They try to deal damage to this tank, but it gets repaired very quickly. Very quickly. Got a lurker here. That's gonna be a little bit annoying, but I can just kind of out repair it. I just drop this thing here. Finish that thing off.
Is under attack.
Have siege tanks in place. I'll lose some troopers, but they don't constitute as part of the static defense. So I won't really count their losses. Also because Arcturus is inhumane like that. Next drop will be here. So I have tanks in place, ready to intercept.
Incoming.
Just shoot them down. Just keep shooting them down.
Empire's right behind me.
And siege these tanks. Ooh. Actually, these bunkers are really empty. So I kind of have only the siege tanks to fight them. The good news is with mass repair from my laborers, I actually won't lose a single tank. That's pretty good. So now, the next wave will come with a big set over here, and a Thrasher here, and a Thrasher here, and a big wave here, and a big wave here. So I kind of slow down this wave first by using the Contaminate Strike on there. Have the bunkers ready to repair. Siege tanks on the way to each corner. So these will just go down pretty quickly. Contaminate Strike on that set, and then Contaminate Strike on this set, and mass repair to keep my bunker from falling. I lose a bunch of laborers there, but it's easy to replace the laborers than it is to have a single lost bunker.
Void Ration eliminated.
I think I did actually lose a bunker in this game, but I don't remember. I don't remember where it was. I did lose it. I did already put the stats in. So next comes the most dangerous wave. I always call this the most dangerous wave in Temple of the Past because it has so many hybrids. Like so many hybrids. The good news is I still have Earth Splitters to kind of inflict fear upon them. Make sure they don't really do their damage. It might have been this wave where I just didn't have enough laborers, so that was clearly my mistake. Still, I try to salvage whatever I can so I don't lose it. You can see another salvage on this bunker, which was about to fall. And with that, the most dangerous wave is over. We have only one wave remaining. And with the max out army, tanks, bunkers, and earth splitters on all sides, it seems well in hand. The temple not even close to getting damaged. Now that I think about it, it seems silly for Amon to just not rush the temple immediately when he has all these guys on the periphery and the commanders not really having anything to start with aside from a main base and some workers. Seems silly if you think about it. Also, he has the technology to just drop pod directly. Why doesn't he just do that? Silly Amon. Silly super villain god person thing. Ooh, I might lose this bunker. No, mass repair is too good. Mass repair is way too good. And just to really hammer down the point, I just built a lot more bunkers here, like 20 more bunkers. Just to really inflate my survivability count. So I can have a larger denominator versus the one lost bunker. And with that, this ends the static defense series where I defend a lot of waves that try to hit this temple right here. Alright. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea of what else to do, please leave that in the comment. Let's see the score screen. You can see here, Troopers, the laborers, no, troopers, assault troopers, rocket troopers, and flame troopers are all inside my bunkers, so those do count. Shock division were sieged, and Earth Split ordnance are obviously static defense, so it is 100% damage. So Arcturus is one of the rare commanders who can defend the temple entirely using static defense. That is really rare. The only other one is Abathur, and Abathur is kind of a stretch because I actually used swarm hosts, which are very mobile relative to bunkers for static defense. And I keep getting asked this question, but I'll ask it once again. What I count as static defense is that things that you can't F2 when you want to defend one spot while attacking another place. How I judge what a static defense would be is if I can attack some place while not controlling something and having it drag away from the spot it's defending. So siege tanks count because when I F2, when I select all army, the siege tank won't be dragged along as long as it's sieged. The swarm hosts count because they won't get dragged away when the swarm hosts are burrowed. The lurkers don't count, or the lurkers count for static defense because when they do F2 and the lurkers are burrowed, the lurkers won't move alongside my army. The carriers don't count because when they F2, they absolutely will go along with the rest of my army. And that, as you can see, is a highly inflated survivability count. That is, I made 70 bunkers in the end. Yeah, I counted the bunkers that I had. I made 71. I lost 1. So 71 bunkers. 19, or rather 21. Wait. 6 yeah, 6 shock divisions and I think 19 missile turrets. No, 19, 21 earth splitters. But I salvaged 2. I remember I salvaged a couple of earth splitters so that my siege tanks can get through. Yeah, I salvaged 2, so I ended up with 19. And now it is up to you guys. Arcturus can actually take the number 1 spot here. He needs like 87%. He needs 87% of you guys to like his static defense for him to take the number 1 spot. Actually, it's pretty good because he can defend with static defense from the beginning of the game to the very end of the game. You can even go static offense with Arcturus. Earth Split is really good. So a poll will go up tomorrow asking you guys whether you like Arcturus's bunkers, siege tanks, and earth splitters relative to other static defense for co-op. And please vote on that, and I will see you guys next time.